day 13 of 30 days of how to avoid being an accidental racist. Today is how to apologize when you've made a racial misstep. People often mistake race for something that people are rather than actions that people do. And this hinders your ability to fight racism. Racism are a set of actions. It's not just because your skin is white or your skin is black that there's racism. They're actual actions that have an impact. We're going to talk about intention and impact in a second. You're not apologizing for being white if you make a racist misstep. Yesterday, we talked about asking your coworker to educate you on Juneteenth. You're not apologizing for being white. You're not apologizing for the whole history of whiteness. And you're certainly not apologizing for how you feel in your feelings right now. It's not about you. You're apologizing for a very specific action within a very specific context. So number one, notice whether you're in shame or guilt, okay? That means if you're in shame, do not make that apology because it's going to be about you. If you feel guilty about a specific action that you did, I'm not a bad person, I just did something wrong, then you're ready to make an apology. Prepare your language. I became aware of, or I said this and the other to you. Name what you did wrong. Say, I was wrong. Acknowledge that race played a role in it. Take responsibility, make an apology, no excuses, not I was raised better than this, none of that. Make sure it's not about you and make amends. How can I fix this? So I'm going to give you an example. Iyabo, you and I have been, so here's an apology someone can give to me. Iyabo, you and I have been working together in this office now for a few months. I'm now doing some anti-racism work, and I just became aware that when I ask you questions to clarify something in the Black community, or like my statement about Juneteenth, I'm placing an undue burden to you as a Black person, asking you to speak for all Black people. I am so sorry. I was wrong. Look him dead in the face. I am so sorry. I was wrong. And my intention did not match my impact. My intention did not match my impact, and I realize that now. It will not happen again, and if I do it, please call me in on it. How else can I fix this so that you're okay? And you said, I'm sorry. So I love pointing out that my intention did not match my impact when I do workshops and stuff, and that I realize different now. However, in this case, that might even be too much about you and what your intention was. But you could, the point is to own the impact that you made, right? Govern yourself accordingly. Think about it. You know the people you're around. Show yourself compassion, because shame is not a good teacher. Never, ever, ever, ever come into this work through shame. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about racial identity development, and you're going to see why the issue of shame is critical to this work, okay? So what I want you to do as an action step is to come up with your own language of apology. Think of a time you've stepped on someone's racial toes. You probably don't have to dig deep, but if you do have to dig deep, keep digging. Write out what that apology could look like. Have it in your mind. That's a form of cultural humility. Always look towards repair, right? And taking responsibility for your own aspects.